Hey everybody, TJ here coming to you from the Garage 77 Fun Haver trailer. Just wanted to let you know that we had an issue with the mics again, but luckily we have a way to kind of get around it a bit. Unfortunately, our episode was about an hour long, and at the 45-minute mark, the mics decided to die. Now, we have since figured out what the problem was, which is our mics and the inside of the charging case for them has a film on it that we had to remove, and we didn't. So unfortunately, they were not charging, and they died at the 45-minute mark. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this episode, and it's kind of going to end at a weird point, but I'm going to come back on and just let you guys know what was discussed at that point. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that awesome intro. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of 3 Idiots, 1 Trailer.
Wait. It's 2 idiots, though, today.
Yeah, Thomas got a little sensitive about us breaking our noodles before we cook them, so he's still recovering from that.
Yeah, he cries a lot because we break our noodles. No salt either. But my wife put salt on them, so we're okay.
So, yeah, we're down to 2 idiots, but we did bring an extra guest in to fill in today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Josh Lowe, the 2025 Wake County Track Champion, as well as the 2025 INEX Semi-Pro National Champion. So I'm really excited to be here with you all today. Obviously, I've known you all for a while, but to be on this podcast, it's pretty cool, and I'm excited.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you on here.
Yeah, you are our first driver on the show. We did have a track general manager on our show, but that episode got deleted by the guy sitting in the middle here. But
okay, just throw me straight under the bus.
Yeah, but we have our first driver on the podcast, which me personally, I have been looking forward to this episode. I know that we're going to have other drivers on the show, and you know that some of them will also be track champions. But this guy, I've seen him grow up. I've seen him in the bandos. I've seen him share the track with him for the last 2 years in Legend Cars. And, he's helped me out with my Legend program some. I've gotten better with him. But it's really great to have you on the show finally, Josh. And we look forward to chatting you up some with what we got for today. DJ?
So, obviously, 2025 was very successful for you. What were some of the ups and downs you had throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely didn't start out, I guess, the way that I wanted to. Started out at the Bull Bash, and it was a really, really fun event. That was the first races with my crew chief, Dylan Spain, and we were still trying to figure things out. He was trying to learn my driving style, and I was trying to learn his setup style. So it was just a little bit difficult trying to get acclimated with his cars and him get acclimated with me. But that was a fun event. I just didn't have the finishes to prove it. So that's kind of how it started. That was a pretty good start. Then it kind of went on. We started getting really fast at Wake County after the Bull Bash, and so that really showed how our year was going to go. We started getting a lot of wins at Wake County as well as Florence and A Speedway and Caraway, all over pretty much. And we were kind of just racing for wins this year. That's what we were planning on doing, but it kind of turned into a national championship run midway through the season, and we weren't really planning on it. But after we got win after win, we were like, well, we kind of have a chance to do this. So we kind of went all in, and we were able to do it. So yeah, obviously it was really fun. We did have a couple of downs at Wake County, just kind of got a few weeks of not the best luck, and I think that was just kind of racing deals. We had some really good competition down there, and there was a good time halfway through the season where we were thousandths, hundredths off of each other every week. So with a really tight racetrack like Wake County, it's a little bull ring. You know, we're going to be touching tires every once in a while, and we just had a couple of weeks where we would touch tires, and I would have to go to the back as well as with some of my competitors. So that's really the only bad luck that I've had this year. Besides that, I mean, we were pretty stout throughout the whole year. So
I agree because, you know, like I said, I run with Josh, you know, mostly every track that he's run at this whole year, I've ran with them except for Ace. I didn't make it out there, but
yeah, Ace is a fun track.
I've run with him at Caraway and at Wake, obviously, but you know, every time, you know, I'm running, you know, 10th to 15th or whatever in the race, and there's a caution, and I know it's in the leaders, I'm always asking TJ here, you know, is Josh all right? Is Josh in it? You know, is Josh in? And you know, some of them he's like, yeah, Josh is fine. He made it through, and then there's other times like, no, he'll be back behind you, and I was like, all right, well, I'll just let him on by because I know not to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about Wake County is, like, especially like if you have a really quick car, it's pretty fun to actually get through the field. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it, but
no, I agree. I wouldn't want to. It's there with you.
It's pretty fun to get through the field, and I don't know why, but that first time that I wrecked and went to the back, I think I don't know, I got spun out, or me and another car kind of got into it going in 3, and I think I got back up to second or third after the racing, and I think we were almost halfway whenever I wrecked.
Yeah, so I think there was one race where you had to go to the back for a wreck. You go into the pits and you had your crew chief Dylan look it over, maybe make an adjustment or something, because, you know, these things are so easy to get out of whack if you hit something at the slightest. And, you know, he's back there behind me, and by like 3 laps, he's back fighting for second place. And I'm like, good night. I was like, you know, I know you're a wheel man. You know, we've seen it this whole year with how many wins you've racked up. You were maxed out on points. You know, and you had the shot at Vegas here to, you know, go for a national title. You know, that's impressive to win a track championship and then go to a national championship for a chance to win another big prestigious trophy. But, you know, we'll get to Vegas here in a second. But out of the 2025 season, you know, you've ran at Wake, you did Ace, you did Caraway, you did Florence. I think maybe you went to Dillon once.
Southern National.
Or in Southern National. Like, out of those tracks, and I know it's going to be hard, but which one out of those tracks would you find as, like, your favorite track to go to? Like, you know, on a weekend or Friday night, you know, you're like, oh, man, I'm ready to get there because I love going to this place, or I love this track. It's been good to us. So, like, which kind of track kind of stood out to you the most this past year as, like, one of your favorite tracks to go to?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, obviously, I have to say Wake County just because of the experience that you get as a driver there. It's really special as a race car driver nowadays to be able to go to a racetrack and actually have a ton of fans in the stands. And I think that's just a really special thing that Wake County has is the crowds that they have. I mean, especially nearing the end of the season, they were sold out and they were standing room only.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really special thing. So I think that's one of my favorite tracks in general. Favorite tracks to drive, I mean, obviously Florence is a good one because it's just kind of a fast and kind of flat track. It's a driver's track, I would say. There's a good amount of bumps and no walls on the outside, so it's a pretty crazy track.
Yeah.
But Florence is definitely a good one. I say Ace is a good one too. I had a lot of fun at Ace. I ran down there 2 times this year. One was I was supposed to run the car store race and the Legend Car Feature and the car store event, and that got rained out. But we were really fast in, and that was one of those races. That was around the time where we figured we were going to run for the national championship. So we went back the next week or the week after that, and because we were off that Friday night, because Ace and Wake run Friday nights both, and we were off that Friday night at Wake. So we were like, well, let's go down to Ace and hope to get a 100-point win for national points, and we did it. We did get a 100-point win, and it was that track. It was fast that night. I guess it started to cool off a little bit, but we were really fast that night, and I think we got a 100-point win. I think maybe not, but yeah, that's definitely a fun track. I have a lot of fun there, and it's a very racy track. I mean, you can run second groove, you can run all the way down to the apron. So that's one of my favorite. But I'd have to say Wake County is just a favorite overall. Such a fun bull ring. I mean, that's the same thing as Vegas. Vegas was so fun. That's because it's a bull ring and it's so tight and fast. And I just love the bull rings and around the country. It's amazing.
What size is the bull ring over at Vegas?
I think it's a 3/8.
So a little bit bigger than Wake, but like you said, you were used to a bull ring, so you knew mentally before you got there, well, it's a bull ring, so you know kind of how to drive a bull ring. So you had that in the back of your head. You just had to get out there, see it for yourself, get on the track to get accustomed to, a different size and I guess a different groove of a bull ring too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing you recognize whenever you get there is me and Dylan, we did some testing at Wake just to get the car shook down for Vegas because we put a lot of time into the car to get it really good and ready for Vegas, and so we went down there and shook the car down at Wake County, and the first thing that you would notice is Vegas, it's actually backwards. The curved wall, I guess you would say, kind of like how Wake County is, it's on the back stretch.
Okay.
And the straight wall is the start-finish line, and honestly, it doesn't look like that would make sense, but it works out really well. And yeah, I mean, they act the same, but at the same time, I think the bull ring at Las Vegas, it's a different animal. Just kind of rolling speed, I would say. Rolling speed is a big factor down there. It's a big factor at Wake County, but if you get the rolling speed down there at Vegas, then you're gonna be one of the fastest guys down there, and that's what me and Dylan really found, and we were really, really good at that. So yeah, I think the bull rings just around the country are really fun, and so yeah.
Okay. So continuing off of you getting out to Vegas, I know when you're racing locally here, you end up driving with a whole bunch of the same drivers week in, week out. You get familiar with their driving styles, but going out to Vegas, you're going to have a whole group of new guys to race with, and you have to figure out how their driving styles are. So how was that like whenever you were out there?
So, I mean, obviously I've ran a couple of national events before, and I kind of talked about this last night. A lot of national events I've ran, like Winter Nationals and Summer Shootout and stuff like that, obviously those are pretty aggressive. You're going to get hit out the way. You're going to get you're going to get in a lot of wrecks, and that's just something I didn't see as much in Las Vegas. I don't know if that's because I was in the running for the points, or I was in the front, or what. But I mean, honestly, we had a heat race, and we had the feature. And in the heat race, I started second, and I quickly I went on the outside on the start and got to the lead, and had the lead for a couple of laps, and I just kind of started to slip, and the guy in second just got around me, but I mean, he didn't touch me or anything. He just simply got around me, and so I was really happy about that. I mean, that's what I'm kind of aiming for. I'm not aiming to go and hit people out of the way to win races or anything. And then so we got around to the feature, and I started 8th again, and I kind of just try to move forward. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some beating and banging in the middle of the pack, but that's not really because they're trying to hit you out of the way. But I quickly just kind of made my way forward, and once I got up to third, second place, it kind of just all fell into a groove, and nobody was really quicker than anybody. I think I was a little quicker than the leader, but I kind of tried to make some moves and just didn't really work out for me. But I mean, I wasn't gonna hit the guy out of the way or anything. But besides restarts, I mean, I didn't have a problem with anybody out there. Everybody kind of raced me clean, and I tried to race them clean. And I think there were some problems around the back, but I mean, that's just what's going to happen. It's kind of eye of the storm back there. So
yeah, I would agree, because me and my wife, we bought it. We asked your dad like how to watch it, and he told us, so we bought it. So I mean, and I've noticed this with like watching you race, because we followed you this whole year. If we couldn't be there, we would try to pay this. So I know there's like different perspectives of watching it. Like when you're at the track, you get that perspective, and then when you go to watch it on TV, to me, it's a whole different perspective, because they show the whole field, and you're not just like kind of focused on just you when you're at the track. So like we were watching, and like you were saying, you started the feature like in 8th, I believe it was, and I told my wife, I was like, oh, Josh is sitting in the back here. I don't know. I mean, I know that you were maxed out in points, and everybody wants to win the title. I get it, and you want to win the race. And I'm like, Josh is going to have his time getting up there, but you methodically made your way up there. And like you said, it was all clean racing. I was really shocked. I was surprised that because I've seen you run at the shootout, and that's a demolition derby almost, in my opinion. You're trying to move people out of the way there, but here it's like no, we're going to treat people with respect, and that's, to me, that's the first time I've seen it. And like I said, you methodically made your way up, and you were I think you were second for a lot of the race. You were ahead of all the other contenders there. Was any point towards the end of the race, because I know getting towards the end it was like either a lap or 2 laps caution, lap 2 laps caution. So you had a lot of restarts there at the end. In the back of your mind, and I know for national events you don't have a spotter, it's just you, the car, and race control. Was there any point in that race towards the end that you were thinking about, okay, where am I at? Where are the other competitors at? Point-wise, were you thinking, do I have it? Do I not? And then also, I know you finished second. As you can see here in the background, you are the champion. You're the national champion. Was there any point in your mind like, no, I need to win this race and beat that leader? Were you content with finishing second and knowing that you could win it and knowing that you had the competitors beat?
So I guess just kind of, I'm going to try to answer those few questions as good as I can.
It was a lot, I know.
So I guess, the first question I can think of, the thing I try to think of whenever I'm in situations like that, and I've been in situations like that with my Bandolera Championship and the Wake County Track Championship. We're going there. We went to Las Vegas knowing what I had to do. Yeah. And that was simply beat everybody else that I'm running for the championship for. Yeah. And so I knew pretty much everybody from the leaders to 10th place and how many points that they had in between us. Okay. And there's 3 points for each position, so I knew if he's 6 points behind, he can't beat me by 2 places because the tiebreaker is that race. Mm-hmm. So what I just try to do is I try to just get up front as quick as possible. And that kind of involved me racing with all the other competitors that I was racing for the championship against. But honestly, it surprised me how much respect there was out there.
Oh, very.
I've raced a lot of people, and a lot of people don't have much respect for the other competitors. And a lot of the people I raced for the championship with, it was just really amazing that the amount of respect they had and the amount of just respect they had for the sport, because they didn't just kind of just throw away people's races by hitting them out of the way. And that's their whole year coming down to one race. So true. I think I really respect everybody that I've raced against down there. It was pretty much between me and Chase Ferguson pretty much the whole time. And, we talked a good amount and down there. And, I came out respecting him as more than everybody else out there, because he really just showed he was a class act, and he didn't hit me out of the way. He told me good luck before the race, and I went over there and shook his hand after the race because he didn't lay a bumper on me. So, he's a really good guy, and he's a very successful guy too. He's racing Cars Tour West this weekend. So, I was really honored to race with the class of people that I was racing against. And
because not to interrupt, but he also ran at that track all season almost, right?
Yeah,
he
that's
kind of had a upper hand against you.
Yeah, that's what most people down there were. That was their home track or somewhat home track. Because they're from California, or I know there was one from New Mexico and stuff like that. So, it was really cool. And but yeah, I just kind of had to think about the big picture. And one really cool thing that I don't understand how it just worked out, but for some reason they've never done this before, but they did something called a Detroit restart. Okay. I think it was Detroit, right? Delaware restart. Same. Okay, close enough.
It was close enough.
It works.
Still a D word. Hey.
So a Delaware restart. I don't know. They just kind of said it. And they kind of said it on the day of heat races. Yeah. and they said, we're doing Delaware restarts, and that's where the leader goes out in front.
I noticed that.
I've seen it in dirt.
Yep, dirt.
But the leader goes out in front, and then the second and third is out by in the second row. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I don't know if I would have won the championship if it wasn't for that, if I was up in second. Because every time that we had a restart, I was on the inside row right behind Nick Morbita, the guy that won the race, and that just kind of made it 10 times easier where I didn't have to pinch everybody else down or try to get the guy on the outside. And I think that really just made it just work for me and made the race just come together. And I don't know whose decision that was, but I could have just been somebody who was like, well, let's do some Delaware restarts, and that just helped me out as much as they possibly could. So
let's try something weird. And it worked.
Yeah, I mean that was probably one of the highlights was whenever we kind of talked about it and we were like, oh, this is weird. I don't like this, but as the race kind of came around, I was like, this is working out really well.
It works well for Josh.
The only way it didn't work out was just kind of those restarts were kind of rough with. With legend cars, you got bumpers, and coming to the restart line, we're being pushed, and I was second groove, and usually I'd be on the leader's bumper, but I was dragging the brake, trying to slow myself down because they kept on telling us, back off of the leader, give some space between the bumpers, and I'm dragging the brake as much as I can, and I'm still hitting the leader, so. That was the only problem with that, but other than that, everything worked out great for me. So, I was just trying to think of the big picture, and I knew I was looking at my mirrors all the time, trying to see under caution where everybody was, and I could tell how the points were playing out during the race, and I could tell that it was going well for me. I couldn't mess it up. So. So yeah, it was really cool just being a part of that experience and being able to have the opportunity to do that math in my head because not many people were out there and they were like, oh yeah, I'm in first right now in the points, and he's 2 places back, so he's 6 points. It was really cool. So
that's awesome.
That was the most fun weekend, most fun experience I've had in a race car. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm actually just curious because I've never seen that Delaware-style restart like that. Is that something you think some more tracks should implement, or do you think that should be more of a special type deal?
I think, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird situation. I don't really know why they did it. I don't know if they do it out there often, or if that's just a kind of regional thing. But I don't really think it's something that needs to come to like tracks like Wake County or something like that. I think what they're doing is fine with the choose. But maybe if they don't have the choose rule or something, maybe that kind of gives the guy in second place a little bit more, a better chance, I would say. Because one thing that I saw was it was Nick Morbito, he's the guy that won the race, me, and then Chase Burgerson. And most of the time, coming down the backstretch, we would be 1, 2, and 3. So it kind of worked out where we all just kind of got single file. And I don't know if that's for a reason. I don't know if the Delaware start is for that to happen, or if it just kind of worked out that way. But if that's what it's for, then yeah, I think that'd be really cool for some places that don't want to do the choose rule or whatever. But besides that, I think I kind of just want to keep Wake County the same because the choose rule is just it's just a cool part of the event.
I agree with you because it gives, for instance, and I'll use me as an example. And let's say they cut the choose cone, everywhere. You're obvious, if you're the leader, you're going to choose the bottom, which is fine. But, at certain tracks, everybody chooses the bottom. So, if I'm choosing 10th, I can take the top and start second next to you because I'm like, well, I'm second place right now. Yeah, I know I'll drop back. So obviously that gives me a shot. If it's like a green-white checker, that gives me a shot to improve my spot.
Oh, yeah.
You put a lot of work on me. I got so many cars to count when you finally get up to
count better. But, no, and I've seen that Delaware start. So dirt tracks like to use it a lot with the super late models. They give that leader, and I'm not saying it's an advantage, but that leader earned it or something, I guess I would say. So, I guess it's for the fans. I mean, at first I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, whoa, but you know, it worked out in the end. As you can see, he got the hardware. He's got it. So you went to Vegas. What kind of fun things you do other than race out there? I mean, tell us,
Well,
you know, a little bit about what kind of some exciting things you.
Well, went out to Vegas and I was freshly 17 years old, so there wasn't much for me to do.
No, not really.
Probably the coolest thing I did was I went to the Sphere and watched the Wizard of Oz. But
okay.
you know, I'm not gonna put that down on my you know, Instagram saying I went to Vegas and watched the Wizard of Oz, because no, I mean that's not really something to be proud of. It was a cool experience, but
sure.
But you know, there's not much to do down there whenever you're young like that.
You're running around with your sparkling cider,
No,
celebrating.
Yeah, so did you drink champagne when you won or no?
I did. I drank a little
There
bit.
you go. That's what you got to do when you win a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of poured it all out.
That's fair.
Whenever I was spraying it all, I think I sprayed a lot of it on Dylan.
There you go.
There's a video of me and I was pretty much like this over Dylan's head. So yeah, I mean, I drank a little bit and it was weird. I don't know why, but everybody was kind of wondering if it was apple cider or whatever, or if it was actual like champagne or whatever. So, but I think it was. So that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. I mean, like you said, Dylan Spain's got 2 national titles to his name. You know, Carson Hayslip won one, and now Josh Lowe. I wonder if he'll have another one in the stable to win another national title. I think he does, but
I think we got Zach Brown for pro next year.
Zach Brown could do it. I agree. Zach Brown will get on his stuff. I think he can do it. We did say in our first pot that we believe that he's the next Wake County Legend champion.
Yeah, I mean, Joel Smith won the pro championship. That's another Wake County racer, and me and him had a lot of good battles this past year, and yeah, I mean, he's a really good driver, and I mean, I think Zach Brown's also a really good driver. I think with him and Dylan, I think they can really fire off this year, and I mean, I think they could do it if Zach really wants to do it. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a long road that they have if they want to do that. They can't just be hanging around Wake County all year.
No.
So
Zach, you got to travel some. I know you got 2 kids, but you got to travel some, man.
Yeah.
You got to go to Caraway.
You got to go to Caraway. You got to go to Florence.
Try to get them to come out to Caraway. I've been trying.
We went all the way to Lonesome Pine.
Oh wow.
Zach, that's up to you.
That's a haul.
That far.
Yeah.
What? So as you can see, we're normally 3 idiots, 1 trailer. We're usually inside a trailer, but today we're outside of the trailer. And as you can see behind us, it's not a legend car. It's a late model. It's a bright red late model. I'm going to call it Big Red. Big Red Machine.
3.0.
3.0. But yes, because they had a legend car and it got rolled over. But, you know.
Well, a Bandolero, too.
And the Bando they've had. So, as you can see, they've gotten rid of the legend car. No more legend car racing. Don't do it anymore.
No.
Now they're going to this thing. They're going to the big power, big car. So, you know, like I said, they sold the legend car. Now they're going to late model racing, and you know, we're hoping to see him out in the late model. You know, we're gonna sit here and talk about it for a little bit, try to figure out his plans, pick his brains on it, because if I'm right, you've never driven a big car before, right?
I have driven a big car one time. I drove a Charger car at New River one time. So it was it was cool. It was just kind of a practice day, and one of my friends, he gave me an opportunity to just go out there and practice, because I mean, he's seen me race ever since Bandolero. So yeah, it was a cool experience. But that was a Charger, so it's a pretty low power and kind of deal. So compared to a legend car, it's not really much going on. You kind of smashing the gas and turn left. So but yeah, I mean, that was a while ago, so, I mean, and this is going to be totally different, too. You know, we're going to have a lot more power, especially if we can get out to Wake County. A lot more power, and then, you know, we're going to, it's going to be really fun. We're going to have, we're going to try to run Wake County and the late model stock class, and, if we can do that, I mean, I'm really excited. We just got to find some, sponsors. I mean, it's a blank race car right now, and we're looking for anybody that wants to put their business or whatever on the car. I mean, we have proposals that we're ready to send out, and we are interested in really anybody that wants to help out. So anything helps from $500 to however much you want to spend. So I mean, we're really excited. If we can run Wake County, that's great, and that's kind of my favorite track, home track. I feel like there's a family kind of experience down there. But if we can't, we're going to try to run some Caraway and stuff like that. Just try to just get some experience in the big car, because it's not going to be like late model racing, and we're not going to have Dylan Spann on our side for this one. So we're going to have to figure this out, and we just have to learn. It's just a learning experience, and that's one of my favorite things
To learn
in race cars is to learn something and to learn how to get fast, because I kind of had that in legend cars, but it wasn't really the same, because I came out of bandos and I had a lot of momentum, and I got a really good car. I got an old Dylan Spann car when I first got out, and that thing was fast. So I mean, I pretty much went anywhere, and I mean, it was just me and my dad. We didn't really know. I mean, he knew about legend cars. We didn't really know much about setting them up, or anything, or about maintenance or anything like that. So we just kind of went out and we did pretty good. I mean, we won 4 races that year, and that was without Dylan's help, and it just kind of all worked out, and we were just really fast without really doing much. So, but I mean, obviously, I had a lot of struggles early on. Just kind of, I mean, one of my first races, I was going against a driver had been driving for a while, and I lost that race to me spinning out at Florence. So that was just kind of like, it's just kind of just one thing after another. I would get up there and I would feel the taste for the win, and then I just kind of lost it. So that was just something I had to learn, just kind of more self-control and bigger picture type of deal. Right? I didn't have to go for those wins every time if I didn't really have the grasp of it, I guess. So that was a cool experience, just trying to learn legend cars, and they're obviously a lot to drive. They're a hard car to drive, and I'm excited just to learn and just try to find those tints like I did in the legend car, and try to learn the setup and stuff like that. Work with some late model guys, hopefully to teach me and teach my dad, just try to figure it out. Hopefully around Wake County. I mean, I'll probably test on the Caraway just to try to get my driving style, my seat time in a late model up for anywhere I can, So I mean, it's just exciting just to get a new challenge, because that's one big thing about race car drivers is, especially me, is I don't like to do the same thing over and over again. So I mean, that's one thing about iRacing is cool. That's you can just run any car you want, and so I mean, and it's cool about the setup deal that they have on there. I've definitely been using that to try to figure some things out with the late model, and what does what, and just try to figure out how to make this thing quick once we get on track. So yeah, I mean, if anybody out there wants to help sponsor, just a young kid trying to make it, I mean, anything's appreciated. Anything's will help a lot. So yeah, you can probably get in touch with these guys, and they'll give you my information to reach out, and we'll be able to send you a proposal to get you the proposal to see if you're interested or not. So I mean, we'll have our email probably posted in the description of the YouTube video or the YouTube video, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, so I'll send it over to them so they can get it. They can put it in there. So I mean, also you can find us on Instagram or Facebook, Josh the Racing. So we have some ways you can message us on there as well. So I mean, yeah, we're just really excited for this season. I'm really excited just to get in this thing and just drive it, even if I aren't able to race it,
I get it.
Yep.
Because I've been racing legend cars for so long, it's just
That's
same thing
true.
after another. So
I feel like you're gonna enjoy this one better because it's got power steering for one. Unlike these legend cars that you got to use your whole body to turn it.
yeah.
But Yeah, like you said, this kid's a wheelman. As you can see, look at all these trophies. I mean, he's got more trophies. These are just the big important ones, obviously. He's a Legend Car National Champion. He's a champion at Wake County Speedway. If he ran a full season at another track, I'm sure he could be a champion there. Sponsor this kid. He's a wheelman. He won't disappoint you guys. He'll put your car in business in victory lane. You got more room on this car, so he's got a lot more space to fill. Bigger stickers than on a Legend car too. I'll tell you that. You can see him bigger and better on the late model than the Legend car. But like I said, this kid's a wheelman. If his car's not good, he'll make it good. He'll drive it better than anybody else. So sponsor this kid. He's going places. I can guarantee you that, guys.
Yeah, sponsorships are such a huge help for race teams. Like, I'm even figuring that out myself when it comes to my mini stock I'm putting together. Is you end up finding out everything isn't crazy expensive to start. Like, you look at it, maybe tires $100 some, but then once you start adding up, oh, that's one set, here's two sets, here's your rims, and it starts quickly adding up to a lot of money to be in the sport. So any sponsorship that you can put out helps all of us.
Like, even if you just buy his gas for like a couple months for racing, that helps. That's not. So I mean, this kid's a wheelman. He'll get your car and he'll get your business in victory lane. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, you get to join me with the $12 a gallon fuel.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not excited about.
That is not cheap.
You're expensive. Some of them have jumped a little, but you'll have fun, and I guarantee you'll have fun driving the bigger car and late model, and you'll learn. I mean, you'll learn a lot the first year, and
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I'd like to kind of speak about is, I've had a really good sponsor these past couple of years, and it's CSI of Tampa. He was actually at the banquet last night. Fred and Laura Lay, they've helped me out tremendously throughout these years. They've been on the car ever since my first year Legend Cars, and they've really helped me out with just kind of bringing me a good brand, just kind of with the red car. I mean, yeah, you might kind of see the red car, and that might kind of be like, oh yeah, that's Josh Lowe's car. But a lot of people at the track know me as the guy with the big red car and the hard hat.
the hard hat.
I get out of
That's iconic.
out of victory lane. I get my hard hat on. They're like, oh, that kid's back winning again. So, I think that's they really helped out a lot, and I'm just really appreciative of them and everybody else that has helped out. All of Dylan Spain's crew and everybody that helped out. Carson and Noah, they helped out a lot with just me trying to get out to Vegas. They helped out with donating, and all the other people that donated trying to get me out to Vegas. It was much appreciated, and obviously it all worked out. So, I just can't thank everybody for helping out this season enough. It's a blessing to be able to do it. It was a blessing to be able to do this. Just racing in general, and to be able to do it with everybody that's helping me out. So
Yeah.
So I just gotta thank everybody that helped me out this year, and we're not done. That's kind of just what I have to say. We're not done racing. Even if we don't get all the sponsorship this year, we'll figure out a way to get out there next year.
I got you. Yeah.
And once we do it, we'll be out there and we'll be winning. So yeah. 2026 it's gonna be big, but you can just make it bigger.
We're getting pretty close here to the Bull Bash starting up at Wake County. I know you used to compete in that. Is that something you're considering coming back to run, or have you guys gotten rid of the Legend car?
Wait a minute. First of all, I hope not, because then you'd be in the pro class.
Yeah.
I'd like to win a race for once, not finish third.
You have Harbor Freight Tools. Ain't no way that's going to happen.
I could possibly win. If Zach Brown has an issue, I could maybe win. Maybe. But if Josh shows up, I ain't going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last year I had so much fun at the Bull Bash in the semi-pro class. It was a pretty good amount of drivers that were there, and it was some really good racing that we had. It was pretty clean throughout the whole series, and it was just a lot of fun. It wasn't that serious. It was just good old-fashioned fun in a race car. I'll definitely be there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be racing or not. Just kind of depends on the situation, or if anybody wants me to drive their car. So, but I'll definitely be there, and I'll be helping out Dylan and David and people like that, just trying to just help them out and just have some fun, because that's just kind of like the family experience or the family that I have down there. And if I'm free, I'll definitely try to get down there.
It'd be nice to see Josh, if Dylan might have a car for a race. I mean, I'm not sure. I know Dylan's got a ton of guys running it, but no, it'd be cool to run with Josh in the pro class. I mean, seeing him beat up on Joel and Zach Brown, the two guys that he mentioned earlier that, are up there in the front with him. It'd be cool to see Josh run, and, I just joke. I mean, it'd be great to see Josh win a pro race and put that on his resume, too. At the Bull Bash, but I mean,
I think me and Carson might be able to get out there and put on a good show.
I really,
absolutely.
And I wouldn't be in the money anymore, so I like to be in the money.
Yeah,
I like to finish top 5 for the money spot, but other than that, I'm gonna go out and have fun. I think it'll be fun. Like Josh said, it's a fun time. I mean, it's on Saturdays, so I mean, you're not having to spend your whole day. I mean, you can spend your whole day out there, but I mean, it's good. It's on a Saturday. It's fun for the family. It's family vibe out there, and all the classes get split up, so you're not running with everybody. So it'll be a good time if anybody wants to come out.
It's one thing both of you guys kind of mentioned a lot about is the family atmosphere of Wake County Speedway. It is just absolutely insane. From both like in the pits and in the grandstands, it's totally one big happy family. And that's part of why I ended up wanting to come out there and race is I've noticed that you have all these other drivers helping each other out. Doesn't matter what class or what car you're in, they will be there to help if there's any issue. There's multiple times David's come into the pits and we've had to get the fit shoes to pull the fender out or pull the bumper out. But yeah, everybody looks out for each other out there, and it's an awesome family to be a part of.
I think that's just one thing that just really is making short track racing. I mean, I think short track racing it definitely can get a whole lot better, but I think that's one thing that's just keeping it alive right now is just the family that we all are, and I mean, especially at Wake County. I mean, that's where you see it most, but I mean, I see it at Caraway and A Speedway and Florence. They all have their little. It's just one big group, and everybody just helps out each other. So that's what I really like about just racing around everywhere. I mean, Dillon Speedway, especially, like there's a lot of legend car guys out there that I just love going down there and just to hang out with, and they're the nice people ever. So that's just one thing that I really like, just being able to travel around and drive legend cars. And it's just a really cool thing that we're able to be a part of as race car drivers.
Before TJ gets on the next topic, you mentioned Dylan real quick. Well, with the announcement of the national, that would we potentially see you at Dillon Motor Speedway for nationals for next year, maybe?
You'll see me there, but I'm not going to be in a car.
Oh, man. Come on, Dylan Spain, get him in a car for nationals. I might show up. I'm trying to convince my wife to let me go run down there just say I've done a national event, so we'll see. I don't know.
I figure that Dylan will be down there with somebody, so I'll go down there and help him, but I don't know if I'm going to be down there racing a car. So
I tried talking him into doing a national event at VIR, but he chickened out of it.
No, Josh did it. I'm not doing it. Josh can do it. Maybe we'll get Clayton Austin and let you drive his car for Dylan for nationals. He's got that new MT-09 under the hood, so we might try to convince Clayton to let you drive it. But
for those of you who don't know, Clayton just walked by in the background as well.
Yeah, so that's why I did. But no, it'd be great to see. I mean, if you are down there and I'm definitely going to get your help because I'm going to be out of my element.
Dillon's a fun track.
I love it. I mean, I was driving up here to do this today. I was like, I love the bigger tracks. I think you can, the racing, it's faster, but I feel like people spread out and they can, you can kind of run your own race at bigger tracks. Unlike the smaller little tracks, you're all bunched up. You can spread out and, be fine almost.
All right, everybody. I'm back to discuss that last little bit here that got cut off whenever the mics decided to leave the chat on us. So we were discussing at that moment the NASCAR playoffs and the changes they recently made. So NASCAR recently decided to get rid of the 4-driver winner-takes-all format and revert back to the 10-race chase that came out in 2004. Now, between us, we had some differing opinions, but it seemed to really stem from our age differences. So David and I are pretty close in age, and we both grew up with the Winston Cup and then saw the beginning of the chase. And Josh, being 17, he actually really only knows the chase formats. So our perspectives were definitely a little bit different on what we wanted to see. Now, Josh was pretty happy with the 10 race chase format. For David and I, we really wanted to see it become the 36 race championship like it used to be in the Winston Cup series. But in reality, we both said that we think this is definitely a step in the right direction, though. They needed to make definitely a change from what they were currently doing, because you can see where they're arguing a lot about the champions, on who's a worthy champion, who's not. And you never really had that problem during the 10 race chase format. But you definitely hear a lot about the Joey Logano one, and I got to defend him a little bit just because I kind of look like him a bit. So, and Chelsea Denofa even said the same thing, so I've got to stick by it, I guess. But going back to it, I think it's a good change, and looking forward to seeing how that turns out. After that, we were discussing the news about Wayne County Speedway. For those of you who don't know, this sits on the western part of Goldsboro, about 10 minutes from Southern National. So somebody has actually gone in and decided they're going to renovate the tracks. And it's actually a group that recently renovated the Darlington drag strip. So both tracks have been abandoned for a little bit. The drag strip not as long as the oval. The drag strip was shut down in 2023 and the oval was back in 2006. So this group has come in and decided they're going to start with the drag strip because it hasn't been abandoned as long. So it makes total sense. So they're going in, clearing that up, and actually will be hosting their first event here on February 6th and 7th. So looking forward to seeing what those guys put together. And after that, they are supposed to be looking into the oval and seeing what they can do with that once they see some success at the drag strip. Now, I have reached out, and I think a few others have too, and let them know that if they do make it asphalt, that we are very interested in going out and racing at their facility. The track has gone back and forth between dirt and asphalt, so we're hoping that they decide to take us up on the offer and make it an asphalt track. After that, wanted to let everybody know that I had a big announcement coming up, which is March 14th at Milton's Pizza and Pasta in Wake Forest. We will be hosting an event to debut my race car. So go ahead and come on out, check us out. You get to see the car up close and personal. And come meet me, and we might even do a little something with the podcast there too. So it should be a pretty good time there. After that, we also did lose my dad joke, but I can still make up for it. And just want to let everybody know that I've talked to a few people and told them that they need to make a beer called Occasionally. That way I can say I drink occasionally. But after that, just wanted to say thanks you to everybody for the support. If you're interested in supporting our race teams, whether it be Josh, myself, David, Thomas, feel free to reach out to us. We'll put some information down in the description below, so that way you guys have an easier time to getting a hold of us. Other than that, just want to say thank you again for all the support, and we will talk to you later.